I'm Christine Persichetti with this Currents News update. 2 weeks after the remnants of Ida flooded the region, we have the story of a teacher in the Diocese of Brooklyn hit hard by the storm. But as Currents News' Jessica Easthope tells us, her rescue came from a surprising source.
It was coming through these windows, which are my bedroom windows.
It was one of the lowest points of Stephanie Marchetti's life. She was panicked and felt like she had nowhere to turn.
I can't leave. I can't be in the water because there is sewage and I'm getting shocked.
The night Hurricane Ida made landfall, Stephanie went to bed thinking she'd be unfazed by the storm. But she couldn't have been more wrong. She lost everything, and her landlord at her Middle Village apartment told her she no longer had a home there. She was forced to leave without so much as a change of clothes.
I'm here showing you that I have nothing and you don't care.
Stephanie posted about the ordeal on Facebook, and it was seen by one of her former kindergarten students at St. Sebastian's Catholic Academy. Julia Manning, who's now in 8th grade, told her mom Amy, and in a click, the Mannings came back into Stephanie's life in a big way. They started a GoFundMe for her.
It felt good that you're helping somebody out, and especially somebody that I know.
I saw how it helped Stephanie feel like there were people that cared about her.
So far, they've raised a few $1,000s, but more than that, they've raised Stephanie's hope.
I just needed that faith in humanity again.
And for the Mannings, it was an opportunity to give back and live their faith.
We tell our kids all the time, do the right thing, look out for people, help people in need, and it's more important to show them.
They're hoping to raise more money. Stephanie has a long way to go, but she's learned that just as quickly as your life can change for the worse, it can change for the better. In Middle Village, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
If you're interested in helping Stephanie, you can donate to her GoFundMe. Just search for Help Steph Marchetti Replace Her Lost Items. And if you'd like to support all of those impacted by Ida, you can donate to the U.S. Bishops Emergency Disaster Fund. Just head over to usccb.org and click Help Now. U.S. bishops are praising members of Congress as they move forward on providing a pathway to citizenship for millions of undocumented immigrants as part of the $3.5 trillion budget package. It's something bishops have been supporting to promote integration and family unity. Thousands demonstrated outside the Supreme Court building in Mexico City in defense of life. 2,500 people gathered, holding up images of Our Lady of Guadalupe and shouting slogans for life. Last week, the Mexican High Court ruled a pro-life law in one border state is unconstitutional, which could have a ripple effect throughout the country. Wednesday night, the streets of Corona, Queens came alive with the sound of music and prayer. Our Lady of Sorrows Church celebrating the Feast Day Novena with a procession around the block, one of the first allowed since the pandemic. An important moment for a church that has lost so much, explains the pastor, Father Manuel de Jesus Rodriguez.
Our parish had over 100 deaths during the COVID pandemic, and we are grateful for the opportunity to come back together as a community.
They suffer sorrows with Our Lady of Sorrows, but she brings them to the joy of the Lord and the resurrection. So it's great to be here again.
That's Bishop Kevin Sweeney visiting his former church. He's also helping them kick off the year-long road to their 150th anniversary. Meanwhile, in his current Diocese of Paterson, New Jersey, Bishop Sweeney is encouraging clergy to get vaccinated against COVID-19. In a letter, he said non-medical exemptions for the vaccine will be kept minimal, writing, "As teachers and religious educators must be vaccinated by statewide mandate, our clergy should be vaccinated voluntarily as a good example to others and in solidarity with them." In Williamsburg, the diocese's new arts center is officially open to the faithful. The Emmaus Center, hosting its first artist on Thursday. Our Emily Druby introduces us to the Tin Can Pilgrim.
A daily action for Linda Rizal, unlocking her 19-foot Airstream, her tin can home, in which she travels the world.
It was totally an inspiration from God.
A lawyer by trade, she left her job and sold her home after stumbling upon an Airstream dealership.
It was like, this place is beautiful. I could live here and then I could go anywhere and whatever God wants me to do. And I just kept praying about it.
Traveling the country since 2018, visiting religious sites and national landmarks, evangelizing along the way with tools like conversation, her blog, and now her book, Journeys with a Tin Can Pilgrim. Now she's traveled all the way to the Diocese of Brooklyn, making the brand new Emmaus Center part of her book tour. A perfect fit for their first event, explained board chairman Monsignor Jamie Gigantiello.
That evangelization theme, which is her life and her witness, is really what the center we want to be, should be, to evangelize through the arts.
Linda in her tin can kicking off what is sure to be a strong legacy here at this art center, all in the name of evangelization. In Williamsburg, Brooklyn, Emily Druby, Currents News.
That is this Currents News update. The newscast will be back to its full length this fall when we move to our new studio. I'm Christine Persichetti. Thank you for joining us because we are putting your faith in the news.